Here's your latest African news. Nigeria recalls envoy to Indonesia over assault on Diplomat. Nigeria has recalled its ambassador to Indonesia over the assault of a Nigerian diplomat by immigration officials in the Asian country. Foreign Affairs Minister Geoffrey Onyeama on Tuesday, who announced this, also said the Nigerian government is reviewing its diplomatic relations with Indonesia. In a viral video, a Nigerian diplomat was seen being manhandled by immigration officials in front of his official quarters in Jakarta, Indonesia. Onyeama had earlier summoned the Indonesian ambassador to Nigeria, Dr. Usra Hendra Harahap, to express the displeasure over the development. The Indonesian envoy reportedly tendered an apology over the incident and assured that authorities in his country would take steps to address the issue. But Onyeama, while briefing journalists in Abuja, said the Nigerian ambassador to Indonesia, Usman Oga, is set to return home over the issue. Tanzania, Milestone as the Dar port receives largest ship ever. Tanzania's principal port of Dar es Salaam yesterday received its biggest cargo vessel ever, a historic milestone that would build both domestic and foreign confidence in the capacity of the facility, Tanzania Ports Authority revealed. With a length of 199.95 meters and a width of 32.2 meters, the Tranquil Ace arrived at the Dar port after midnight of August the 10th, 2021, and expected to leave the port today, August the 11th. The ship was carrying 3,743 vehicles, of which 2,945 vehicles, which is about 65%, were in transit to other countries, and the remaining 798 vehicles were for Tanzania. TPA's Director General Eric Hamasi stated that the handing over clearing of cargo from such a big ship will automatically market Tanzanian ports across the globe. Sudan, country to hand former leader Omar al-Bashir, other officials to ICC. Sudan will hand over to the International Criminal Court several of its former leaders, including deposed autocrat Omar al-Bashir, wanted for crimes against humanity and war crimes during the conflict in Darfur, the country's foreign minister said on Wednesday. The Darfur court broke out when rebels from the territory's ethnic Central and Sub-Saharan African community launched an insurgency in 2011, complaining of oppression by the Arab-dominated government in Khartoum. Sudanese prosecutors last year started their own investigation into the Darfur conflict. Uganda. Ugandan Olympic heroes reap big gifted cars, salary stipends, and more. Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni on Wednesday awarded its athletics luxurious vehicles, houses, and monthly stipends following their successful performance in the just concluded Tokyo Olympics. Museveni ordered full implementation of his earlier directive to gift gold, silver, and bronze medalists at the continental or international level of monthly salary of $1,415, $845, and $200 respectively. Museveni promised to build a house for each gold medalist and all of the medalists giving cash rewards. He also promised to build a house for the parents of each of the gold medalists. He further donated 3 brand new vehicles to 3 medalists. Uganda's athletes received a hero's welcome after landing at the Entebbe airport on Tuesday. South Africa's Ramaphosa says he tried to resist corruption as ex-President Zuma's deputy. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa, testifying at a graft inquiry on Wednesday, said he chose to remain but resist rather than resign as deputy president when allegations of widespread corruption surfaced under his predecessor, Jacob G. Zuma. Ramaphosa, Zuma's number 2 from May 2014 until Feb 2018, has made the fight against corruption on a pillar of his presidency, though opposition parties have criticized him for not doing enough to stop the rot during his time as deputy president. Kenya. Brazil's Embraer and Kenya Airways agreed to study flying taxis. Brazilian plane maker Embraer SA said on Wednesday its flying taxi unit Eve has signed an agreement with the subsidiary of Kenya Airways to develop operating models in its key markets. The agreement with Fahari Aviation, the unmanned aircraft division of Kenya Airways, aims to design a network for the safe operation of electric vertical aircraft. Investments in zero-emission electrical aircraft has grown as consumers push for greener options in the transport sector, which is looking for new ways to fight congestion in big cities. Andre Stein, president and chief executive of Eve, in the press release stated that traveling from Kenya's airport to its city center by EVA could reduce travel time from over an hour to just 6 minutes. He added that the creation of disruptive and accessible solutions in urban air mobility will help to democratize movement. Algeria declares 3 days of mourning as wildfire death toll reaches 69 people. Algeria's President Abdelmadjid Tebboune has declared 3 days of national mourning amid the death toll from raging fires in the north of the country rising to 69. More than 50 fires, which broke out on Tuesday, had claimed 4 more lives, bringing the total death toll to 69, including 28 soldiers deployed to help the emergency services. Tebboune said the 3 days of national mourning would start on Tuesday. The authorities confirmed they suspected widespread arson since so many fires had erupted in such a short space of time. Several arrests were announced, but the identities or suspected motives of those detained were not disclosed as yet. Images of trapped villages, terrified livestock, and forested hillsides reduced to blackened stumps were shared on social media, many accompanied by pleas for help. Nigeria. Shell pays $111 million over 1970 oil spill. Oil giant Shell will pay a Nigerian community $111 million over an oil spill more than 50 years ago. A spokesman said the payment would mark the full and final settlement to Ejamo Ebuba community over a spill during the 1967 to 1970 Biafran War. The company has maintained that the damage was caused by third parties. A Nigerian court fined Shell the equivalent of $41.36 million in 2010, but the company launched a number of unsuccessful appeals. Last year, the country's Supreme Court said that with interest, the fine owed by the company was more than 10 times greater than the original judgment, although Shell has denied this. The case was launched in 1991. Shell has previously said it was not given the opportunity to defend itself against these claims and began international arbitration over the case earlier this year. The court ordered Shell Nigeria to pay compensation to Nigerian farmers, while the subsidiary and its Anglo-Dutch parent company were told to install equipment to prevent any kind of future damage. Thank you so much for watching. Visit our YouTube channel, Tina Cheki, to watch our daily news reports and our website at tinacheki.tv for all the latest news updates. You can directly support this news series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a patron. And remember that Africa is watching. And please feel free to leave your suggestions, news tips, or topics about Africa that you'd like us to explore.